long hair and being pushed around, and I didn't like it. But I was also a city councilman, and I helped run the police department in the city. And we had a heck of a good police department. Chief Edwards, he was a peace officer, and during the 70s and the 80s, the city of Austin had one of the finest police departments in the country because the police cared about the people. We still have a lot of good police here in Austin, Texas right now. And just like you're saying, we are not defending the police 100% because
but there's a clear plan to just overthrow everything.
Absolutely.
It's an attack on America.
And if there is if a policeman breaks the law, he should be tried and convicted. But what is going on right now, as you're saying so eloquently, it's unbelievable that these people believe it. And
they're like, oh yeah, we got the president and the attorney general, we got to reform the cops. In response to cops being dead. It's their fault they're dead.
And you know
it's their fault they got shot. What the hell?
And you know where this is coming from? This is not coming from somebody like a Malcolm X or somebody like this. George Soros.
A Nazi collaborator. All Hillary Clinton, all these globalists.
He is a Hungarian communist billionaire who his track record, it is white communist Illuminati stooges who are funding this, who are paying these Black Lives Matter.
They admit that.
$16 an hour to go out and do this stuff. Friends, please.
Why is George Soros not arrested? He is involved in sedition.
Of course he is, because we are the situation in this country is past the rules.
The truth is, you can look at Soros. He's tied into the dark side.
Of course. That
guy's getting orders directly from the frickin'...
He wants to be part of the Illuminati. He's still a small...
Oh, yeah, he's getting direct orders from hell, folks. Look, I'll just say it. Your new book's out. It's about where they're getting the orders from. It's satanic, folks. Life, love, and joy. George Humphrey, my good friend. These people are out to get the whole planet. I don't care what color you are. You got to unite against them. They're going to be shot in the back. Neither do 5 cops in Dallas. Folks, we're going to get into some really heavy stuff because I'm noticing either people are more awake or they're like zombies now. People I've known for 20, 30 years suddenly just hardly talk and just watch TV all day. They're in a mesmerized state. Even mainstream media admits most kids have lower language skills, are in a dream state, are brain damaged. They have this new Pokemon system where it projects false reality into the real world, and you wear these goggles or use your phone and then play Pokemon in the real world, and kids are like collapsing and stuff and having convulsions. That's happened before. The point is there's a lot of weird stuff going on, a lot of really advanced things going on. And so when you see this whole Black Lives Matter thing, I told the story Friday. Thursday, the day this happened, I was supposed to go meet with a supplement maker who had come up with a supplement over a decade ago that was put in Whole Foods that's really high quality but never took off nationally, that I was looking at trying to have an acquisition of. That's what we do. We fund ourselves with products. Got a big sale going right now that ends tomorrow. 20 to 40% off, InfoWarsStore.com. But I digress. And she couldn't go to the meeting. She said, the guy that I had a baby with, he's moved back to India, but he's Indian. My son's 5 years old. He's half Indian. He's brown. The police are going to kill him. I'm scared to go out. And I had to sit there to a person who's successful in business and go, Indians don't even show up on the police shooting rate. I mean, right. Indians probably have some white collar crime, but there's like no known Indians being shot. And didn't matter to her. She goes, she's brown. No, he's brown. He's brown. This is this mind control where people really believe this is an epidemic. This was an example of someone completely living in fear. Forget if the police are good or bad. This woman is literally, sitting there in her nice house, their nice car, a successful business person, shaking in fear that cops are going to kill her son because he's brown. It's total BS, George.
Well, first of all, what we need to remember, what I need to keep remembering is that white, black, Hispanic, Asian, we're all human beings. We're all part of...
Cops have not shot any Indians that I know of.
We're all part of God's creation.
Exactly, but it's not...
You know what? And I have a lot of friends who are of color. And my friends of color are more aware of the New World Order relatively than most of the white people.
That's what I found.
And
is that why they're being targeted?
Absolutely, because they... separate and control, separate and control, separate and control. By and large, most black people, most African Americans are aware of the New World Order. They want freedom. They've known direct slavery, and they're aware of the insanity. This is an absolute...
So they're used as the detonator, though.
Of course they are. And the thing about it is, remember that all of Black Lives Matter is being funded by Eastern European, Hungarian communists through this, and most of the people saying the most outrageous things are white punks.
They're the leaders.
They're white punks. I've dealt with 2 or 3 of these kids in the last couple weeks, and it's like, you are unbelievable. And most of the black people that I've talked to in the last 2 or 3 weeks, they're just rolling their eyes.
No, I agree. But the media
aren't buying it.
No, I agree. But the media takes it and makes it look like that. So
of course it is.
George, I mean, let's talk about, because you're a smart guy, business, politics, you name it. What is the point of this? Because to me, it's so ridiculous to have Hillary and the mayor of Dallas and Obama blaming the cops and white people and all this. Obviously, this is their own doing. They've set this up. What is the point of all this?
Okay, first of all, you and I both know that a magician waves his hand up here with the wand, and it gets everybody looking up here. But he's picking...
So what are they doing while we're doing this, while we're watching this?
They're creating a civil war and destroying us, because America is the last bastion of freedom. As Thomas Paine used to say, America can be the beacon of freedom for the rest of the world.
That's it. This is an attack on our country.
Of course, attack on not only our country,
the globalists
but
have tried
all of the good things that all human beings desire.
That's right. They tried to take over our institutions. They haven't been fully successful, so now they're going to take a wrecking ball to it.
Yes, and the point is that if we human beings, if we use our common sense and we have a little bit of love in our hearts and a little bit of courage in our spines, we can easily see through this. And we have, I'm a relative optimist. I know that we as human beings, black, white, all of us together, we can stop this stuff.
We do. That's it. I don't want us to be conned and be failures, because I love everybody, and I have to sit here and just watch this government-funded crap. It's so ridiculous.
You know, I've known Alex for a long, long time, and you know what? There is not a person in this country who's talking about equal rights any more than you are, because it's going to take all of us fighting this insanity. It's going to take all of us. And so for the listeners out there who are not white middle-class people, who are supposedly the rednecks, we're all in this together. Slavery. It used to be the blacks were the slaves we saw. Now everyone is a slave. It's psychological slavery.
And the only way the slave master can win is playing us off against each other.
Yes.
What do you think? I see desperation in Hillary and the globalist.
Of course.
Let's get to the big point. You came in with some very chilling statements, because I respect you. Stuff you've warned me about has always come true. You warned me about derivatives 10 years before I knew what they were. George Humphrey, best-selling author, researcher, businessman. What is going on with Donald Trump? You were telling me earlier, yes, he's for real, but they're going to kill him.
Well, I didn't say they're going to kill him.
You said they're going to try.
That's a possibility. Now, all we have to... History repeats itself. In 1980, Jimmy Carter against Ronald Reagan. They had Iran Gate. 1991, we had Waco in Oklahoma City when Bill Clinton came in. 2001, we had 9/11. These are all false flag. 2008, we had the controlled breakdown of the economy. There's a very high possibility that there's going to be a major, and if you look at this, all these false flags have progressed in magnitude. And so what we're looking at...
Good God, the next one's going to be huge.
It could be. And the only way we stop it is to be aware of it right now, to do everything we can to diffuse that and to put it out.
That's right, because the enemy knows we're aware they're going to back off.
Now, clearly, Miss Hillary Rodham Clinton, you know, back in the 90s, I wrote a couple books, one called Common Sense and another called Uncommon Sense. I went up to Arkansas, and I met with a bunch of researchers up there. I went to Mena, Arkansas. I did the whole thing. And there's a whole list of the 82 different people between 1979 and 1992, between the ages of 12 and 57, who all died violent deaths. And guess what? Their only common denominator was their connection with the Clintons. I'm not the one who came up with this. It's all over the internet, and anybody listening to this can check it out.
It's called Arkancide.
It's called Arkancide, just like Bill Clinton's father was not Clinton. You know who Bill Clinton's real father was.
Rockefeller.
Yeah, Bill Clinton is a Rockefeller. That's the reason he got to go to Georgetown. That's the reason he got a Rhodes Scholarship. That's the way he got to Russia without a visa. That's the way he got to Yale Law School. That's the way he got elected the Attorney General of Arkansas at age 26. Come on, folks, let's wake up. Now, I think that about 85 to 95% of the people who are listening to this probably know this, but the point is that it is up to us, the people who are
We'll fix your earpiece during the break. You don't need it.
listening to this show, is that it is up to us to build our base. We need to reach a critical mass. And each of you who are listening, understand you are powerful. You have the ability to make a change. And as Mahatma Gandhi used to say, in the heart of each man and woman is the seed of the universe. No matter what color you are, how much money you've got, da-da-da-da-da-da. Realize that what we're saying and what you're hearing and what you know to be true is that love and justice and right action is important. We do not need to go down this road toward chaos, and that's exactly what is being planned for us.
It's so naked, though, George, when you're awake. I mean, I look at Hillary saying it's white people's fault, and I look at Obama saying that. It's just legitimizing this. They want this to get worse.
Of course. Of course. I mean, it's so obvious. You and I did, too. You were the lead guy. We did Fall of the Republic and the Obama deception. And we said Obama would do this and this.
He did it all.
And in fact, he did about 3 times more. Nobody is talking, except you, is talking about the TPP. It makes NAFTA and GATT seem like child's play. The TPP sells the sovereignty of this country, and nobody's talking about it.
World government's coming in, taking full control of our lives, and we're sitting here seeing civil war be started in America and police attacks across the country, as if police that are run by our governments that we elect and control are the problem. We need to look ourselves in the mirror, and we need to look government in the mirror and take it back. This is out of control. Second hour with George Humphrey, my friend, straight ahead. We'll talk about his book that gets into who are the Illuminati? Who pulls their strings? Why are they so unified? Life, Love, Joy. George Humphrey, the new book, will tell you how to get it straight ahead. We also have a huge special going at InfoWarsStore.com. By the way, it's not about credit. My crew doesn't want credit, neither do I. But George Humphrey's trying to give me credit. This guy is amazing. I learned so much from him 25 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, a year ago, 5 minutes ago. But also Nico and Daria and Wes and just all the rest of the crew. Everybody, they're amazing making this all possible. You, the listeners, the affiliates. I am very honored to be here, trying to just have prosperity, common sense, peace among men and women, and just brotherly love. The problem is, throughout history, there's an unseen force. Christians call it the devil, that is manipulating human society. We're going to talk about that more in the next segment. I want to take a few calls as well before George leaves us at about 45 after, when I air this special report on Putin warning of nuclear war that's so important that's gotten no attention. That's why we're going to air it. But the toll-free number to join us, different number than the weekday number, 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-2539. I'm not going to say first-time callers. I'm just saying have a good phone. Have your point, your question. We really want to talk to you. 877-789-ALEX. All right, George, we got 3 minutes, 4 minutes to break. Look, I don't know how the whole universe works. We're born on this planet in the middle of space around a sun. What is this? It's all crazy. But I've studied history. Every ancient society said there's a dark, evil force manipulating through the ether, from the sky, from another dimension, to try to destroy humanity. And then I see our own elite. There's no doubt they're trying to destroy the creation, the genetics, the planet, us, while always posing that they're our saviors. Now, I haven't read your book yet. Just got it today. I know you're a really smart guy. But you get into the unseen hand. What's behind the Illuminati? Well, I know whether it's Bohemian Grove or Skull and Bones or any group, they believe they're praying to entities in another dimension that are giving them knowledge. And then I look at Darwin and Huxley and all these people. They envisioned biometrics, DNA, atomic weapons 100 years before they were being used. So they're, whatever it is, humans who believe they're interfacing with something on the other side are getting something. I mean, there's something to this.
There's no question. And the one called Jesus, his real name was Yeshua ben Joseph. He, what an amazing soul on this planet. Now, his family, they were from an Essene family, but they were also Nazarene. The Nazarenes were kind of like